Well, Mickey, we got some really good earnings reports and, a French election that didn't go off the deep end and the market seemed to respond accordingly. I guess, what do we take away from all this?
The market loved what it's seen so far. I mean, we've talked a lot about not timing the market, and this has been the perfect example. The earnings have been really strong all across the board. On Thursday, after the market closed, we saw Google and Amazon just have great numbers. Tech numbers are coming out great. Exxon Friday morning had strong numbers. It's just exactly what the market wanted to see. We almost seemed to go right through the earnings recession that we saw late last year. So, NASDAQ's at all-time highs. You can't time the market. This is what happens. And, we've got some upside momentum again. Now, we're still very highly valued. So how much further do we go? That's the interesting part. But this is why we have held the course. This is why we always keep saying you hold the course, because nothing has changed.
I guess one of the things that I thought was sort of the question mark of the week was the report that came out on Friday about the relatively anemic GDP growth. I mean, less than 1%. And yet the market didn't seem to really be bothered by that, at least in the short term. Is that something to kind of watch for, or is that just an indicator that right now doesn't really have any bearing?
That's a really tough question. It's hard to say. I mean, definitely it's, hits the retail sector, but, the earnings aren't showing it as much, obviously. So it'll be interesting to watch moving forward. But again, it's been kind of one of those things where you get these one indicator says a positive, one says a negative. So it's just we're at this strange time in the market where it's run so far for so long that it's hard to start deciphering these news items, because you start getting these conflicting reports. And we all know at some point the market's going to take a pause, but every time it looks like it just consolidates and goes higher. So I don't know. I mean, I wish I could give you a solid answer and I could make a guess, but every time everyone guesses, we're all wrong. So it's just a wait and see, because it really the momentum is still to the upside. Plain and simple, the momentum is to the upside.
I imagine you're spending a lot of time with clients right now and sort of just talking them off the ledge, right? Because this does seem to be, in some cases, a bit of a manic shift, right? We had a week of down percent, then we were back up, and now it's really at all-time highs. When you're talking to clients, how do you sort of keep them on an even keel?
It's funny. Clients, it's all the same. They all want to sell. They all want to sell because they all want to take profits, because they all feel the market's going to fall apart. I keep talking to them, and a lot of times we are a little less aggressive up here, but not a lot. We pull their allocations down a tiny bit, but I keep telling them, again, it's what I tell everyone here, the momentum has stayed positive. The trend has stayed positive. Until we get a change, we have no reason to do anything. We do a lot of automatic rebalancing, and some of our accounts have automatically rebalanced, which is good because it automatically takes profits for the clients. So when you get a little out of whack, and with these huge moves, that works out great and helps the clients because it automatically sells. But it's our human nature to automatically grab profits and to hold our losses. So to just tell people, stay the course. At some point we will, and we will not let profits erode and go down to losses. We will take profits before it gets to that point, but we're not there.
Fair enough, Mickey. I'm sure there'll be some people who need that sort of steady hand guidance when they want to talk to somebody. How can they get a hold of you?
They can always email me directly, Mickey, M-I-C-K-E-Y, at Envestim, ENVESTIM.com. Follow us on Facebook on our Envestim page, or follow us on Twitter at Envestim1.
Perfect. Mickey, thanks as always. It's going to be an interesting couple of weeks, as it has been in the past. We'll talk next week.
Thanks, David. Looking forward to it.